So the reviews are starting to pop up for the Rise of Skywalker. And I got to tell you, before I go through some of these headlines and get to the Rotten Tomatoes score, I really thought that this movie would have been given like an 80 or 90. I thought the shills were going to come out and they were going to praise it. All hail Disney. Disney is the best. This is a genius movie. J.J. Abrams, what a great guy. He really put together a masterpiece. But when you start to look at the score, it reveals a different picture. Coming from Collider, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker review. What a piece of junk. We go to Polygon, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker is a defeat, even in moments of triumph. We go to Slate, The Rise of Skywalker is so bad it actually makes the trilogy worse. Entertainment Weekly, The Rise of Skywalker is the Force Ghost version of a movie. We go to this website, Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, spoiler-free review. Kylo and Rey save the film. Obviously talking about the kiss they share at the end. And then we go to the Rotten Tomatoes score itself, which is sitting at 56% out of 43 reviews.
That is one big pile of shit.
This is a complete disaster. Now, this actually went up from 54%. It went up a little bit. These are the early reviews. So these are all the people that were premieres that saw the movie yesterday and such. It's going to go up. I assure you, it'll probably level out at 70. I think they'll end up getting it fresh because Disney's going to come out and start paying journalists to give it good reviews. You know how it is. They're already starting to walk it back. I did a video on that earlier talking about how they were saying, I need to see the movie twice. That second viewing, that really, really helped me see the movie in a better light. And I bet you're going to see articles pop up. They'll say, I watched it again. And though I gave it an initial bad review, I changed my mind. But I got to tell you, I'm really shocked that it's turning out so badly. And I got to tell you, I think some of these are butthurt people about the way that Rian Johnson's movie was treated. You got to remember, Last Jedi, that's the holy grail of Star Wars movies to some of these people because they just like the progressive stuff in it. They don't really give a damn about what the movie was or that it's Star Wars. It's just that it captured it and put their message in there. And the fact that this movie tried to undo that really ticked them off. That's why they've been pushing The Last Jedi for the past couple of weeks. But this is a complete disaster. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the quotes. So I'm going to go over the top critic quotes here on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not going to go over the full reviews because there's so many now. We're up to 40. I bet you there'll be 100 and something. So this score could actually get worse. This is not a good score because you got to imagine a lot of people are going to wake up today. People are going to get up for work, and this is what they're going to see. People are going to start getting ready for work like myself pretty soon, and they're going to see bad reviews. So I got to say, I don't know what it takes to be a top critic with Rotten Tomato. I'm just going over what they're saying here. We'll start here. Whatever controversy Abrams might have brewed up with his artistic choices, he still captures magnificently the soul of the series. 3 out of 5. All The Rise of Skywalker does is wrap up everything a second time, answering the same questions and revisiting the same themes. 3 out of 5. The Rise of Skywalker completes a saga no sane screenwriter would have dreamt up from scratch, but does so with such pluck and showmanship that the result feels strangely precious. 4 out of 5, so that you can't say I'm only reading the bad ones. The Rise of Skywalker isn't an ending, a sequel, a reboot, or a remix. It's a zombie.
How dare you!
If anything, the director has overcompensated, practically tripping over himself in a mad dash effort to deliver the expected goods and then some. Kind of sounds like maybe the multiple cuts of this movie and the massive amounts of reshoots line up with this Hollywood Reporter guy here, David Rooney, saying that it's a mess. That sounds like, once again, Doomcock was proven right. Here's a good one, 4.5 out of 5. By the end, as the twin suns set on cinema's greatest ever sci-fi series, it's near impossible to hold back the tears. And then we've got this one, 3 out of 5. Of course, there is epic action to savor and surprises and spoilers to spill, but given the long buildup of some of the saga's big revelations and developments, might be a little unsatisfying on reflection. And finally, 1.5 out of 4. The film struggles to both honor and redeem the past before everything comes to a close. And then finally, from the last top critic from Variety, it's a pluckish and engrossing movie, fulsome but light on its rocket feet. So what a disaster. What do you do? How is Disney taking this? Because you know they're sitting there waiting and watching. I bet you they have a war room where they're waiting to kind of counteract this. And they're probably, getting their shills ready. They probably have a button at like some computer. It's got glass over it and they're like breaking it right now. Get the shills ready. They got to call them out. Some kind of like signal goes up like Batman. They're all sitting there in their little manners and they see the light and turn towards it. And then they jump on like 5 different laptops and phones. What a disaster. I really didn't see this coming. I thought they were going to shill this movie hard. And they still might, right? This is early reviews. We are starting at 56 out of 44 critic reviews. And the consensus from what I've seen seems to be that it seems pointless, rushed, a mess, doesn't really mean anything. The plot is stupid. And we all knew that. The leaks came out a while ago. We knew this movie was going to be bad. But how do you truly know if the leaks will be true? You don't know till things like this come out. And, all of those leaks have since been confirmed. We've seen people pretty much spoil the entire movie, lining up with the fact that the leaks are true. And the fact that this movie was more than likely, if you go by Doomcock, and I think he's proven himself to be pretty credible, that they've shot this movie and reshot it over and over again. There's like 5 or 6 different cuts of it. It's a mess. And it sounds like they just really had no idea what they're doing. And they wanted to rush through this movie so that they could get it over with and kind of just put the horse to pasture and move on to have an all Disney event. Now, I'm going to see the movie for myself tomorrow. I can't say, how I feel about it because I haven't seen it yet. I'll do a review tomorrow. I will. And, it doesn't look like I'm going to walk out very happy. And it's a shame, It really is kind of a shame because I really honestly would have liked this trilogy to be good. I was just thinking the other day, I think back to, when I was a kid and I would dream about, seeing more adventures of Luke Skywalker and, what happens after Return of the Jedi. And this trilogy is what we got. It's a shame. It's a mess. You could have just done George Lucas's outline and executed those ideas, and it probably would have been a much better narrative. But instead, they did multiple directors, didn't communicate, didn't plan. We know they didn't plan. The original director of Rise of Skywalker said flat out the Emperor was not in his version. I don't think he was ever planned to be in anything until J.J. Abrams came, well, maybe if we put Palpatine in it, people like it. Didn't seem to be the case. Even the shills are coming out against it. It's a shame. Disney really screwed the pooch on this one. They really did. And they can only blame themselves. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this. What do you think about the shills slamming this movie? Are you shocked that this movie is being trashed by them? Jumanji currently sitting at a 69%. By the way, I'm probably going to see that movie this week. If you want me to do a review of that, let me know. Maybe I will. Anyway, it's sad, man. Really sad to see Skywalker's name go down like this. Anyway, give me your thoughts, comments. Let me know what you think about this. What do you think about the shills slamming the movie? What do you think about the leaks? What do you think about the movie itself? Have you seen it? Let me know in the comments. Remember, comments and likes really drive a video in the algorithm, so please consider leaving me some of those. And that's pretty much it. Make sure you share the video. That's also very helpful. Make sure you are still subscribed. Subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, and I will see you on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, take a moment, make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. There's something going on right now, and they've been unsubscribing people. So just take a second and double check on that, and subscribe if you're new.
Do you know the Klingon proverb that tells us revenge is a dish that is best served cold?